Hi, I'm Stacy Beck, and we are in the middle of the busiest time of year. Let us help you with your plans.
I'm Aqua Danes. We'll be talking to the author of a new Christmas book, and the message might be what you need to hear.
And I'm Angie Murphy, and I'm just happy to be here with my friends.
We are too, Angie. All this and more coming up on Studio Chatter. Welcome to Studio Chatter. How are you, ladies?
I'm fine, thank you.
We got someone
Good.
different. I have
Yes,
a
we do.
brunette, dark. not brunette,
Yeah,
but
that's
no.
me tonight. Hi, guys. A little red
Come in
tint.
and-
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you
yes,
see the
yes,
red?
I
Okay,
can.
good.
It's very
All right.
nice, actually.
Festive.
Yes.
We miss Natasha.
Yes.
She had to extend her Hawaii vacation.
Poor
just
girl.
another
I know.
day.
Aloha, everyone. I hope that everyone had a nice Thanksgiving break. I really, really wish that I could be with you tonight, but my husband decided to extend our vacation just a little bit longer. So we're avoiding the snow just as long as we possibly can. So while we're here, I thought I would share with you a little bit of what we have been enjoying on holiday this week. So let me see here. If I raise up just a little bit there behind me, you'll see the very posh Four Seasons Resort and Aulani Disney. And then here behind me, a beautiful lagoon that belongs to where we have been staying, the Koalina Resort in Oahu, where everyone is enjoying swimming and the surf and their Hawaiian drinks and extending their vacations probably as long as they can as well. I'll be back with you just as soon as I possibly can. Happy holidays and aloha.
Darn it all.
Yeah.
But you came in a
Lucky.
pinch, so
Thanks, Natasha. Now you owe me. I want a Hawaiian vacation.
I know.
In exchange.
I know. Can
that
you
sounds
imagine?
Absolutely.
fabulous. Yeah.
So how are you doing? It's been a
A
long
bit,
time.
huh?
Yeah.
It's been a few months
Yeah.
or more. Yeah, I'm doing good,
Any more
guys.
grandbabies? I
Just
mean, I know
two
you
that are
used
just
Stacey.
getting old and fun.
Okay.
I mean, old, a year and 18 months.
I
But,
just
you know,
can't believe
guys.
you two are grandmamas. Growing
Isn't it?
up,
It's
all the
surreal.
grandmas around me were like 60, 70. And then I come to Utah and they're like 30, 40s. And I'm like, that just
That's
seems
because we
like...
start when we're 18 and 19.
Yeah.
And then our kids are just
Yeah,
there.
so responsible.
Yep. The
I like
grandkids are amazing,
It
though.
is.
They're
And it's
fun.
such
And
a fun
Christmas
time
is
with
fun
Christmas
with
then.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
And we're right in the middle of Thanksgiving and Christmas. How were your Thanksgivings?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I didn't cook. My in-laws cooked and
Okay.
everyone else. And it was fabulous.
Oh,
So
good.
nice.
What about
Always
you, Ange?
fabulous.
So we trade off every other year with my family or my husband's family, and this year we went up to Zermatt with Rhett's family, and so we just go to their big banquet thing, buffet, and it is amazing. I had crab legs and shrimp, and like only like this much turkey,
Oh.
but like just yummy stuff, and we don't have to cook. And
I know, it's lovely,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's super
That is
fun.
definitely Thanksgiving for me.
Yeah, I hosted. There were 11
Did
of us.
you?
My mom, my mother-in-law, my brother, Chris's brother, some of our kids.
You lost like 5,000 calories, didn't
Did you fit all on one table, or what'd you do?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, awesome.
Yep, we-
yeah, that's
we
kind of
squished
a
the table.
good size
And you
group.
both, okay, you probably have your Christmas up.
I do, but I have my pumpkins on my porch with my Christmas up.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get rid of them for Thanksgiving. I don't want to pass that holiday up.
No,
I
but
hate
now
that.
Thanksgiving's
Oh, yeah.
over.
I need to get rid of them.
Okay, you.
You know me, last day, right? Eve, even. We'll talk about that. But I'm going to try. This weekend,
Okay.
I'm going to try and put a tree up.
Okay.
I
Okay.
will try and decorate.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. I've been de-junking for a long time.
Yeah, you don't need to add to it.
Still
A
doing
tree
that.
is okay.
That's right.
Tree
yes.
for Aqua this
Yes,
week. Perfect.
absolutely.
And then-
and lights. I do love lights.
Okay.
Love
Outside lights on your house.
Outside lights, yeah. My neighbor is great. I've been sharing with her, you know.
Okay.
Because I'm like, if she decorates, it's for all of us.
There you go.
And when my kids go, where's our lights? Look across, it's right there.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
can't see ours on our house very much. We just look across us. Wow.
So have you bought any Christmas gifts?
I have actually.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Because you always say you wait, and so
I
I'm just.
know. For two of my kids, I have. It felt great. It was a necessity as opposed to just.
Okay.
You know. But
Okay.
I
Good.
started.
Angie, how far are you?
I was just going to say you. I am pretty close to being done.
Oh wow.
Okay.
But
that's
when
awesome.
you end early, then you buy more. So I'm trying to refrain from that.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
because you feel like so complete, but I still want to like continue.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Stacey's finished.
No, I'm not
Finished,
done either.
wrapped, everything.
No.
Not wrapped.
Nope, I have a couple things wrapped. I'm a little over halfway, but with adults,
It's hard. They either
you
want
just get
money,
like a couple
cash,
things.
yeah.
or on like
Gift
last
cards.
minute they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I found
So-
something."
Yeah, and I still have the teachers and all that, external people. Anyway,
that
before
happens.
we finish this, I want to say about creaky bones. Now it's getting cold.
Yeah.
And I've been feeling it,
Really?
Yes, even though I look gorgeously young.
You do.
Yes, you
But
do.
Not
I
look
do.
creaky at all.
Do you know what I mean? But it's, and it's just a weird feeling to think I feel like I'm getting into another phase of my life.
Yeah, I
Because you
think
can
we
feel
are.
it.
Yes.
You can feel the cold.
I
Or
can
can
feel
you
the
feel a
cold.
storm coming? I think that's
Both.
where I can
I can feel a
sometimes.
storm coming.
Storm
I feel when the
coming,
weather
cold.
changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I start to
So
feel it
when
in my
Natasha's
joints.
in Hawaii, I'm just like, lucky.
So is there anything you do to help that?
I do stretch
Either
a
one?
lot, yes.
Okay.
Because I haven't been exercising on a consistent basis. So I do a lot of yoga.
Okay.
I love yoga, meditation, and
Yes,
then
I love stretching.
It's true, yeah.
But it
Yeah,
helps
it does
with your
help.
joints and your
It
aching.
does, it does, and my mental
Okay.
stability.
I
as well.
agree.
Yeah.
Angie, what do you do for achy?
Yeah.
Take
creaky
some
joints.
ibuprofen. I should probably be stretching and yoga.
Try stretching.
I like cuddle in my minky and take some ibuprofen. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Stretching's really
I do
good.
stretch a little bit,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. I haven't found anything that really takes it away.
Yoga,
it just
I swear
kind
by
of
it.
does its thing for a little bit, and
Yeah.
then I feel like when the weather gets more consistent, then I don't feel it as much.
Okay, but it's the
that in
change,
between
yes.
that I really feel.
So right now where it's kind of starting
Yep.
to really dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm accepting
We're
it.
gonna
I'm
make it.
embracing it.
Well, you're ready to be a grandma then, because you're feeling the creaky bones, the old.
No.
There you go. There you go.
Not anywhere near. No.
So did you do any? No Black Friday shopping.
No, darling. No, I
Okay.
love Thanksgiving. How about what's your feeling on that? That before we had Thanksgiving is dedicated to family,
right.
Yeah.
And now
And now you
Black
can go shopping.
on
I don't
Thanksgiving.
like that.
I
I
don't
have
like
to
that
say, I love to shop, but I want that day to just be about family.
Yeah.
And I've kind of pulled away from it. I'll do a little online that night,
Right.
but I used to go out to the stores and hit it
Yeah.
sometimes, and now I'm just like, no, I'm going to let that day be that
Well,
day.
it was interesting because I went to Ulta here in Spanish Fork on Black Friday,
Yeah.
and they had some things I wanted on sale, and I couldn't find them. Like, well, where's this? And they said, oh, we sold out of everything last night.
Because they keep doing like Black
Yes,
Fridays for
yeah,
like a
so
week before
right.
now.
So it's gone now on Black
Yeah.
Friday
Right.
morning. It's
Right.
gone.
Well, it's
And
not.
you
It's exciting
advertised
now.
it.
Black Friday is not like it used to be because
No.
people are shopping. They'll even stay up until midnight or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
it's not
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of sad, actually.
We have December ahead of us. Is there one thing in specific that either of you are really looking forward to?
Handel Messiah, I really love. I love musicals. I love Carolyn, and I love all the theatrical stuff that
The
comes
things
out
that really
Yeah.
get you in the
mood.
spirit and
Yes, into
and
the
feel-
spirit. I
okay.
do love that.
And
I
I'm the
enjoy that.
nostalgic one. Like today at work, we put up our Christmas decorations at work.
Okay.
And then the Christmas music was playing, and
Oh,
Amy Grant
love
came
that.
on. And I found myself singing out loud. And the girls started laughing. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long month, girls. Like, I will just sing, and I love that kind of stuff.
Yes,
it
I
just
do
brings me
too.
back to like memories with my family and my mom and
Yeah.
grandma. And
Yeah.
so I just love all that nostalgic, traditional stuff
Yes.
of Christmas.
And now it's finished the Festival of Lights. I love that too.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things coming. Well, we have a
Yeah.
lot of good things coming up on our show. Next on Studio Chatter, we'll talk about a holiday tradition that will bring you to tears. Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Few things bring the true meaning of Christmas more than the Hallelujah Chorus. Welcome Connie Manwaring and Cameron Kavanaugh from the Nebo Holiday Chorus and Orchestra to the program. Guys, you've been busy this year.
Yes, we have been.
Tell us
Yes.
what is in the making for us.
Well, Handel's Messiah. Every Christmas, right? Isn't
Well,
that
not
the
every-
Christmas tradition?
But it started last year.
True. We're
This is
trying
just
to,
a new something.
That's
yeah,
right.
Okay.
for Spanish Fork in this area, we're trying to make it a tradition here too. There's a tradition. There's a sing along in Provo.
Right.
There's one up there's several up north
okay.
of Provo, and there's never been anything down here.
That's right.
Really, that surprises me. I feel like
Yes.
we're full of musical people. I'm not being one, but my whole neighborhood is. Thus,
Yeah, tons.
Thus, you're both in our neighborhood.
That's true.
Tons. That's what got Connie and I kind of brainstorming in the first place, is that there's so many really high-level musicians, whether they're professional or amateur, in this area, particularly in Spanish Fork, that were like, why we all had to go up north to perform
Right,
this.
why?
Right.
So let's just do something down
So how
here.
did you two get together?
yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously you're likely couple.
Yeah, clearly.
In the same neighborhood.
we were in the same ward, so that's
okay.
how we met. But
Same church, right?
that's right. So the idea started that I was singing in Handel's Messiah with my good friend Lois Stout up at the Alpine Tabernacle.
Okay.
And she conducted it for over 20 years. And then she retired, and then my holiday had a hole in it.
Oh.
And so my daughter said, why don't you start it down here? So I ran
just
into
like
Cameron,
that?
just like that. 2 years ago, I approached
Yeah.
Cameron and said, are you in?
And I said,
And so, yeah,
sure.
why not?
Okay, so
that's
how do
we
you like
started it.
get that started, and where do you go to find people, and like how do you do it?
So I had actually on Facebook through social media.
Okay.
I sent out an email how many in Spanish Fork would be interested to sing in it.
Okay.
And it was amazing how many responses, and I got Cameron. We
Tons.
were on.
Yeah.
So
Tons.
we just started the nonprofit organization and
So
started last
it's
year.
not just Spanish Fork singers, though, is it? Or are the majority of your people from Spanish Fork? Are you pulling from Springville or Salem, Payson?
We open it up. We put flyers for auditions
Okay.
in the schools, public schools throughout the whole Nebo school district.
Okay.
But I'd say the vast majority of
Okay.
our singers come from Spanish Fork. But
Okay.
we have a few.
And
that
is there
come
an
from
age limit?
Salem.
Like, is it high school
Yeah, that's what I was just going to
singers
Yeah,
as
we
well?
do invite the juniors and seniors in high school
Okay.
to sing and play with us in the orchestra as well, so they can audition.
Okay.
And that's really fun to have kids and their parents sing together. All
Yeah.
together.
So I feel like we've covered the who. What's
The why?
What's the what? Because before you called me, Connie, 2 years ago, and you said the Handel's Messiah, I was like,
I don't know what that is.
can you tell me
right?
more,
Exactly.
maybe?
Right.
So
Okay, so
what is
Handel.
that?
Okay, so Handel wrote this oratorio, and he wrote
Which
it
is
in
what is an
seven-
oratorio?
Okay,
It's
so
like a cool. It's like a church version of an opera.
Okay,
that's right.
gotcha.
You know how you have a manuscript in an opera and a story is being told and then it's
Yes.
played out on stage with singing?
Okay.
Well, the same is true for an oratorio. However, the singers, they don't act it out. So because it's,
just sing it
reverend, you
out.
want to
He was
yes.
he was an opera composer, and
That's
they
right.
lost funding.
Okay.
And they're like, and you can't do opera in church. And he said, okay, well, I'll do an oratorio then. And he basically did an opera in church about religious things without
So-
costumes.
So neat,
So
okay.
you kind
Because
of yeah.
in 1741, he was approached by this manuscript writer, Charles Janus, and he had written this manuscript about Christ's life. And Handel loved it, and so he took it upon himself to compose a work, and he did it within 24 days, which is absolutely amazing. It's a huge work. How long is it, Cameron?
like 3 hours long.
So it's really
So
long.
if we come
my.
to watch, it's 3 hours?
No,
I'm like, I came last year. It was long, but I don't think it was 3 hours long.
Yeah, so we've cut there's so it's intermixed with soloists and chorus numbers and a couple of just orchestral numbers, or actually just one. And so what we do, we've taken, there's 3 parts. There's the beginning, which is kind of announcing Christ's birth. It's all the Christmas stuff. The middle is his life and crucifixion and resurrection. And then there's the end, which is a bunch of hallelujah, get ready for the second coming type stuff.
Okay.
And most people only do that first part Christmas and they just leave it alone. But we've taken cuts out of each of the three
Oh, I love
sections
that.
and doing the
To
whole
create the whole
thing.
story.
Because no one knows very many of the middle and the end. There's a couple, right? But no one knows those things, and so
that makes it
do it
really
full-
unique then.
Yes,
it sounds
it
like
does.
two other ones.
Yeah,
other
for sure.
performances.
So you're the director. So what is your background? What's your day jobs?
I teach choir at Spanish Fort Junior High actually right now. I did my undergrad in music education at BYU, Idaho, and I just finished my master's in choral conducting at BYU. And so I study, that's what I do all day, every day.
I've had the experience to
Study
watch
choir.
him at work.
Oh, really?
And he is awesome.
So before
Yeah.
we came on the show, he even volunteered to sing. Do you remember?
I volunteered.
You totally did.
Connie had a
Share with us.
her instrument she could play, but unfortunately,
Yes.
Cameron. You guys could sing together.
Yes. What, do you sing?
Cameron is just fine. I do sing as well.
Oh, you do?
So I
does.
got my master's also at BYU
Okay.
in music.
Right.
Yeah.
And you
So-
teach at BYU.
Yes, no, I used to.
Okay, you
but
used
now
to.
I
She
teach at
teaches
home.
piano,
I
yeah.
teach piano.
I knew that.
from home.
Okay, I thought you still
And
were over
I
at
actually
BYU.
teach at UVU, but I teach German, not music. So,
Okay.
so Cameron,
Cameron. Fun.
you're
No,
ready to
we
sing.
don't mind if you want to do a duet. Sing together. That'd be lovely.
Everyone always knows, like, for unto us a child is born, right?
Absolutely. One of my favorites.
So
actually.
I'll just say, just for anybody who's listening and for you at the table, for when you come and see the concert, you'll see most of the lower quality performance, you'll hear it's wandering S's. For unto us a child, right? But we work really hard to get it. For unto us a child is born. And really nice and bouncy, like Handel
Yes,
would have
we're
wanted
working
it.
hard,
I'm a big time nerd of what Handel would have wanted. So
That with our primary kids too would work on those specifics, and I loved it. Loved
I'm
it.
big time. I can't let him get away with
Nope.
mediocrity. So
So could you give us a 10-second, just a little bit?
let's see.
Please, would that be, yeah?
I'll sing a little bit of that first part. This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been. Good. And I don't get uncomfortable very often at all. So you guys have succeeded, and I'm the only male at this table, which is even worse.
In the short chair.
In the short. So here's 10 seconds. I'm not gonna look up. Okay. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. Unto us a son is given.
Oh, my
You guys are too nice.
So you need to go.
So tell us more the details about
So,
where
so
we
the
can get tickets.
performances are going to be at Maple Mountain High School.
Okay.
And so thank you to Nebo School District for letting us use their facility. And it's going to be December 19th and 20th. So that's in the middle of the week, guys. So
Like
it's
it.
on a Wednesday and a Thursday.
Is there a cost to it? Or?
It is free to the public.
It is. That's awesome.
And yes, and we try to make it every year that way. And that would be in Handel's tradition. When he performed, by the way, that was performed in Dublin the first time. And it was also free to the public. And then they gathered donations to benefit those people that are sick or needy or even in prison. And so we have that same tradition going on. Last year we collected for LDS charities.
Okay.
And this year we are going to collect for Angelman syndrome. So they're trying to find a cure for that illness, and so we're collecting this year. Syndrome. That is it's a disease that affects a genetic work of a person, and so it's a delay in development. So these children they walk and speak very late in life. So it's developmental problems that go along with
So it's a
it.
benefit concert.
Yes,
so
it is a
Right.
benefit
It's free to the
concert.
family,
but
and
if you
then
want to
benefit
That's
the
right.
others.
And
I
during
love
the
that.
intermission, people can hear more about the charities.
Okay.
That
Our
we-
time is up. I told you, Connie, this would go
Thank
fast.
That would go fast.
Did we
yes.
say what time on the 19th and 20th?
So it is 7:30. So
And how do you
everybody
get tickets?
come.
Or
So you just
enter?
show up.
Just first come, first serve.
First come,
Okay.
first
7:30.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
we will be there.
Good. Please.
And
come.
I love that we made you
That was
uncomfortable.
It's terrible. You guys are the best.
Next, we'll meet an author with a brand new book for the holidays. Don't go away. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. As the temperatures drop, we love to cozy up in a quilt and read a good book. Let's meet Shae Burton, who has written a new Christmas story. Welcome, Shae.
Stacy is excited. She
Yes.
loves books. She
That's
does.
what she said.
And I love this book because it looks like a short read that I can maybe
That she
just dive
likes.
right into that I
Right.
love.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep.
Exactly.
Let's show our-
And that's, she's going to show this. Yay!
The Christmas Legacy.
Yeah.
And it is a great short
That's an
story.
engaging title.
Thank you.
What is the
Yes.
Christmas Legacy
Yes.
about?
Well, we should ask her who she is.
Yeah, tell us your name.
I mean, hello.
Well, yeah, I said Shae Burton.
Well, I know you did. I am Shae Burton. Nobody knows who she is. Well,
And so
that's
is this
what
a-
this is about, right?
Is this a first time book? Have you?
This is the first time of this type of book.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
I have written in the past, but as far as this type of a novel type book, and it's kind of a short story novel type
right.
book.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the first time for this, and so I'm really
So
excited
tell us about it.
this.
What is it about?
This book is about a young man by the name of David who has been estranged from his father for about 8 years from a major event that happened. And he discovers that his father has now passed away. And his father has left him some interesting and unique things, I guess you would call them, that he needs to do in order to inherit in his father's will. And so David is now forced to kind of take a look at himself and the things and the events that have happened in his past and determine whether or not he's up to the challenge of what's in this will from
So
his father.
legacy.
So a legacy that his father has left him, but also that will become potentially David's legacy as well.
Wow. So you said that you've written before. So what's your background before you even, you came to?
Well, I've
writing
actually
legacy?
always loved writing. So I think that's kind of the story of most authors, right?
I would think so. Yeah. It's
We
just
start
kinda-
when we're little and we write teeny little poems or short stories as kids, and that's what I did. And I've just kind of taken the opportunity as I've gone throughout my life and
incorporated some of the lessons that I've learned in books and in some of the things that I have done in my
So
past.
is that why you wrote this book? Is it something engaging in your past, or what was your connection to the story, I guess?
Well, I'm going to say that I think that most authors, when they write a book, especially one that has a message that they want to share, incorporates a little bit of their own personal life or personal experiences. I think that's what makes a story real and believable. And this is the case with David's story and with Christmas Legacy. So this is a little bit about my own personal experiences, but I do have a background in working with abuse victims. And so this is incorporating a little bit of what has happened with other people in their lives. And I've tried to take it and put it together in a way that it can relate to probably just about everybody in some way.
So, Shae, what's the message of this book? Can you share that?
Without giving away the ending.
Story,
Yeah.
yes. No, I think so. The basic idea is that I believe that most people struggle at some point in their life with a sense of anger or resentment, or maybe they've gone through something that they have a lot of really deep internal suffering or pain, and oftentimes that's directed at someone else. And we can't seem to let that go, and we can't seem to move on past that. And in a way, unbeknownst to us, that often changes who we are. And so this is kind of the realization that David has. And he realizes that this anger and resentment that he's been carrying towards his father now is
Has changed
something
him or evolved him.
it has. And so he's addressing as not only who he is and who he has become, but who he wants to become. So the story is that there is a chance for us, even though we may have these feelings and we don't understand, sometimes there's one dynamic or one bit of information that you get that suddenly changes your whole understanding. And
crazy.
You're able, and you're able to now take a look at things from a totally different viewpoint.
And change for the better.
And change
or
for the
not.
better.
Yes.
Or not.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the
quote I
basis of
recently
this
heard
work.
too is like everyone's perception of something is their reality.
Yep.
So if
Yes.
David's perception is something like this, but then something you said just changes and now it shifts his whole reality.
It's like a paradigm shift, exactly.
It is. And you can all be experiencing the same experience,
but because of your perspective, totally different story.
Right.
Makeup or whatever.
And in addition to that, as with this, most of us have something that we can relate to this book in some way.
Yes.
Because we can there's just enough in there to be David's story, but there's just enough left out that we can kind of incorporate our own stories and our own self in this and maybe see us in this little story
So
here.
did you write it as a self-help or just, I love
section
stuff
does it
that,
go?
yes, yeah, right.
I'm going to say it would.
Yeah.
It could fit
It
in that.
could fit.
It's
Of
written
course.
as a story. It's all story form, right? Because we love stories, and it's definitely something that personally,
Therapeutic maybe a little bit or something.
even for me as I wrote it, it was something that really made me go, "Wow." I could probably take a look at this on the story and incorporate it into my own life and say.
So did it come in
change.
just like some kind of light, or did you wake up and say, "I'm going to write a Christmas legacy"?
Let's
Did you
sit
get
down.
you right? Yeah, let me sit down, let it come down.
I'm going to have to tell you, this is hilarious. This is hilarious how this all came about. So I actually had a surgery, and we're driving, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning because we have to get to the hospital. And we're the first appointment, right? So we're really early in the morning, and we're driving. And as we're driving, all of a sudden, this story starts, like you said, flowing down into my head. Except I'm driving, and I can't write. So I'm like, honey, quick, you've got to start texting these notes to me. And so he, bless his heart, he did. He started taking all of these things that I'm
You should
talking.
just put it on audio.
I was just going to
talk
say,
it out.
I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. I was just like, and he's like, okay, I'm texting. So really, by the time we drove to the hospital, everything else, and I came out, I had this whole story.
No way.
It doesn't happen that way, and for me, the stories kind of evolve. So I get the basic idea of a story, start writing it, and sometimes it takes a direction that I'm not even expecting. And that was kind of the case with Christmas Legacy. So it was really fun
So
that way.
do you think there was a reason or something that you wanted to, let's do it now?
I don't know if there was a reason why it came now.
Yeah, you just thought, okay, now's the
But
time.
there was so much in this story that came to me that I think it was just a combination of personal events and then, of course, events that I had experienced with other people, and it all just came together in a fun little.
Okay, I want to read it,
healing
and I'm
story.
hoping we get a copy today, but where can other people find it, and where are you?
So excited! This is now available both in an ebook format and in the softbound format.
Okay.
On Amazon and at Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
And I also found out today that it's on iTunes.
Oh my goodness! How does that even happen? I know.
I didn't know that either. So,
Is
when
it
you
your
want-
voice? Sorry.
it's
Yeah, go
not
ahead.
my voice. It's not my voice, but so I haven't been there, so I haven't seen it. So I'm not feeding you a story.
No.
I liked your question, though, when you said, could this fit in self-help? So is it just for Christmas?
No. This is actually a story that it takes place at Christmas. As a matter of fact, it would take place right like exactly where we're at in time right now.
Okay.
But it's a story really that I think you could pick up at any time, and the message in there would help you at any given time.
Yeah. I'm kind of sensing that. I love a
I'm
good
excited.
feel good.
Yeah.
Growing.
We'll have to make that as a book.
Our book club, yeah.
Book
we
club,
even have a
yeah.
book club
That would be
choice. So make
awesome.
sure you follow us on Facebook and watch us, and you can read along.
Oh, I will. I'll follow along with my own story. That'd be
We
great.
should read. Could you read a little, excerpt or something? Could you?
I could do anything you would like me
Yes.
to.
Could you? Do we have a little bit of
I
time?
think we have
Just like 30 seconds or
30
something,
something, and
yeah.
just
Well, I don't. Boy, that's hard.
Is that hard?
the back?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
back.
I'll just
Yeah.
read you the back.
Yeah.
It says, upon hearing of his estranged father's death, David realizes he must come to terms not only with his own past, but with his present and his future as well. As David's father leaves him some important and very unusual requests as part of his will, David is forced to face the man he has become and challenge the man that he wants to be, not only as a father himself, but in dealing with the many years of anger and resentment he can no longer ignore and must face in order to carry out his father's wishes, make peace with himself, and reconcile his feelings for the father he never really knew.
You should read it on audio.
I know, Lars.
I'm like,
I'm engaged. Yes.
thank you, Shae, for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you.
So much.
Coming up next, all the details. How do you cope? Stay with us. Welcome back to Studio Chatter with all the events, shopping, cooking, expectations, family. We'll do I Need to Go On.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yes,
Let's talk about holiday details.
Yes.
Is it stressful for you ladies?
Not anymore. Just giving up. You know?
You've given up on the holidays.
Yes, I really am.
So great.
Actually, I did read. Where was it? That's it. It was a show. It's a new show. Really quickly. Right?
Okay.
And so this girl meets this boy, and she really likes him and everything. And she
This
wants
must
to
be on
give
the
him.
Hallmark Channel.
I love that. I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, she
stayed
wants,
up way too late
she
watching
wants to
those.
give him a perfect Christmas, right? But what is a perfect Christmas? She's a Jew. I mean, hey, they don't even celebrate Christmas, do they?
Right.
So she takes time out kind of thing and starts thinking about it, why he doesn't want to have a perfect he doesn't believe in a perfect Christmas. But then at the end, she comes to the realization that all these holidays is bringing people together.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? They do. And that part I love about Christmas.
Yeah.
The fact that it brings us together. We all eat. It's a time when we play games. Which we don't do. We actually stop for a moment.
Yeah, but I think that that's a good point. Nothing is ever perfect. So if we take that expectation out of it and just
Right.
try and create good feelings and
Yes.
be with the ones that we love.
Right.
I think
Do
that's
you guys
important.
think expectations of others are what's
Yes.
stressful?
I really have taken that social media kind of break for a minute, and it really has recentered my thinking. Not to say that I don't get on it, because I do still occasionally, but it kind of like brought me back to a norm. Like, we need to not worry so much about
What's going on
what
out
others
there.
may say about what we're doing.
Right, totally.
And a lot of it is self-imposed. Like, we think that other people are thinking that.
Oh, and even like family expectations,
Yes.
like whether it's your kids expecting this of you or you expecting
And they all
certain
just
things
did
of your
gingerbread
moms,
houses all together, and we didn't do that. Should we really go grab gingerbread houses and do it?
I didn't grow
We're
up
like,
with
that's not
gingerbread.
our tradition, but now I'm feeling like I have to because I saw their family having a great time doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. And
it's
so-
hard. It's
It
tricky.
is, and it's hard to like justify or like what do we keep doing?
Right.
Right.
So my thing is bringing that back, that it's about families.
Yeah,
it's
that's
about
good.
just spending that time, that quality time we talk about. That's what
That's
what
key.
holidays are beginning
Good,
to
Yeah, and I
mean to
think
me.
it's
That is
important,
key.
like us with now married children as well, to incorporate some of their traditions or knowing that they have some of their own from another side of the family.
Yes.
And recognizing, and then I'll hear bits and pieces of stuff they do, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to integrate that. Can we bring that apart?
It's so interesting how every
is.
family does things so differently.
Yeah.
And it's hard this stage of life you and I are at because now the kids aren't with us all the time.
Yes.
And you can't make them feel guilty for
Right. And then
not
trying
being
to
with you.
continue on some of those traditions that
Yeah.
are important to us. And do we do it without them? And how to change that? Because now we just have one at home all the time.
Right.
And I still want him to enjoy those same traditions. So
But it looks
But
different.
it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So one tradition, I don't know, I think it would be called a tradition I always did for probably 18 years was Christmas cards.
Yeah.
Then as the kids got older and you didn't take family pictures as regular,
And now we see each other like on social
right.
media.
So it's not like you haven't seen someone.
Right, right. And I know a lot of people are like doing e-cards now and just sending out
Perfect.
emails to the ones
Love
that they
it.
love.
Love all of that.
And I'm just not stressing so much about it. Like on the way to Thanksgiving dinner, we hurried and stopped and took a quick pic, and then I just sent it to Costco. And I'm like,
Okay,
that's
so
going to be
you
the
are
Christmas
gonna do
card.
cards.
And I give them to just my close family and friends.
Okay.
I don't send them out in mass
the mail,
quantities
okay.
anymore. Nope.
I think I
Yeah.
do a Christmas card maybe every 3 to 4 years now. What have you ever done one?
Oh yes, at the beginning I did.
Okay, at the
Growing
beginning.
up we did.
Yeah.
When we were a week before Christmas or whatever, and we'd be there with our big stack and write them by hand to all everyone
wow.
in the neighborhood.
I think social media
Has changed that a little bit.
20,
Yeah.
was it 2008, 2010, kind of when
We start
social
seeing
media
each
got
other
heavy.
now.
Yeah, and
e-cards. Now you can just choose whichever animated
Right,
card you
and
want,
send
make
it
a
out.
message and send it off.
yeah.
Whereas before I had to calculate, especially my family abroad, and if I want to send stuff to Africa, you have to think a month ahead. See, I was organized a
That's
little
true.
bit.
Wow.
That's true.
That
So
would
now,
be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can Marco Polo and a message.
Right.
No,
Just
that's
like
right.
that.
And then
Yeah.
you go straight off. It's fabulous.
So do you guys do cooking? Like, what's your favorite part of Christmas, I guess, or some of your favorite traditions that you have?
traditions?
One of our newer ones, your in-laws. That's your Thanksgiving tradition too. You even like to cook, and you love to go there to
I
do. Probably because it
do.
gives you a little break.
Yes.
Don't
it
you
really
think when you're, because you're in the thick of raising
Yeah,
4 boys,
right.
Yeah,
And
so that's
Angie
the
and
last
I,
thing you want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
like I seem to be the one that cooks, and my kids come over, and
They're like,
it's just
"Rah,
that,
thanks, Mom."
yeah, it's just that little break.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
when you're in the
Absolutely.
thick of it, you need a breather.
Just to be there. Or cookies. I will make cookies because my boys love it. They love. It's like just as I'm pulling them out, they're all going, and I'm making thousands. It seems like that. You know,
We
I'll do
started that tradition a couple years ago
Yeah.
as the kids got older. So now I pre-make all of the sugar cookies.
Okay.
And then
Just decorate them together?
yes, so they all show up, and we have all the decorations, and we all
That's
just
a
sit
good
and
idea.
decorate cookies. And then we usually invite one other family over.
Okay.
But then of course we make it into a competition.
We love those at our house.
So they decorate usually like 5 to 10 each, and then you get to choose one to put on the table for the competition. And then usually my husband does not even like to participate. He wanders around, and so he'll come. We'll kind of have like, hey, or I'll say you get a vote for 1 or 2, and you can't choose your own.
Yeah, that's how we do our pumpkin carving contest. We do the same kind of thing with that, and that's how we are. You can vote for 2, but not your own. Yeah, it's kind of
I
fun. It
love
makes it
sugar
fun.
cookies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Love,
we
love.
made candy cane cookies growing up, and so you make sugar cookie dough and keep one white,
Yes.
and then the other one would tint red, and then put peppermint flavoring in them, and then you roll them together and then shape them like a candy cane, bake them, and then sprinkle powdered sugar.
Oh,
So fun.
wow.
And it reminds me of my grandma, and I picture the bowl that would make it in, and
So have you done that with
I
your
haven't
kids?
done that with my new grandkids yet.
Oh,
so
but you did
I-
it with your kids growing
yes,
up.
but we haven't done it for years. It's like when they get older, you kind of like start
Yeah.
leaning away from some of it, and I'm like, I need to bring some of that back. That makes me feel good too.
Well, ladies, we're out of time, but I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season.
Yes, you too.
Do what
enjoy.
you love to do
Yes.
without having expectations.
Oh, we didn't
Yes.
talk about movies, Christmas movies. Anyway, that
The
was
Hallmark
fun.
Channel.
Yes.
next time. Coming up, we will take a look at some of the gift ideas from our local merchants. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. A great thing about Spanish Fork is the wealth of local businesses that really offer unique gifts. Welcome Heather Youd, the director of the Spanish Fork Salem Area Chamber of Commerce, to the table today.
Hello, Heather. We're excited. I know it is. Like Christmas is here.
It's fun.
Oh, I bet. And you didn't even have to buy it.
I know. They just gave it to
Yes,
me. What's
right.
up with that?
But you have to return it
I do
all.
have to take it back. I do have to take it back. But there are some really fun things. So I kind of picked a few places that I thought might be a fun place to kind of highlight.
Okay.
So the first place is Real Deals. It's a new business right on Main Street. They're 140 North Main. They just opened in July, and they have some really fun stuff. So they have purses and shoes and clothes.
Oh, those look
Door-
amazing.
Yeah. So these little boxes right here, these are called a cozy box. It's $35, and you get everything that's in it. She
just got it
It's pre-made.
Oh, my
so
goodness.
you can just walk in and get it.
And
So when you need a last minute gift, that is so nice
Yeah.
to know that you'll go down, get a quality gift,
Yeah.
and it's all ready
Yeah.
to go for you.
And they're
I
all
love that.
different, so it's not just the same thing. She's kind of mix and
Made
matched.
variety.
Yeah.
And
if
of
you
it.
don't know what to get someone,
I always
Real
love a
Deals
gift.
gift card.
Yeah.
Love that.
My
the way-
daughters went down there and loved it. In fact, our friends, I guess it's sister-in-law or something owns it. And anyway, I've just heard awesome things
So
about
I
it.
went
Yeah,
there
she's
on
really
Black
good.
Friday shopping, and
The cardigan is
I
there.
totally got this, you guys.
So cute.
And it was on their big deal. It was $10.
No way.
It's really cute.
It's a real deal.
So yeah, $10 cardigan.
That's cute.
I know. So I
love
went in
this.
there this morning to pick up this stuff, and I was like, Chrissy, I need to just take one of your trees. They
Oh.
so
And I
beautiful in
posted
there.
a couple of their trees, I believe, on our Facebook page
Okay.
last last week.
they're really
so.
pretty. So it
They
puts
do a
my
great
tree
job.
at home to
Big
shame.
variety of stuff. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so bath stuff for your house,
Clothing.
clothing, just lots of different
Jewelry,
things.
yeah, I've heard that too. Shoes.
I picked up some shoes.
They have some
think
really
this
cute
is
bags
so
there
fun.
too. So
Sorry, I love soap.
yeah.
And look at this. Isn't that cute? Look at that detail.
Yeah,
Just
I love those.
that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Heather, you set this right by me, and I
nice.
swear, growing up in the 70s, my mom had.
My
this, but
grandma
in-
had one in green, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this comes from Confetti Antiques.
That's kind of fun.
It is fun.
So my sister's neighbor, she collects these old Pyrex bowls, and apparently they're worth quite a bit of money. I was
No
surprised. So
way.
yeah, so
Really?
they have so they have some fun things like that down
This
there.
would
They
be my
do.
nostalgia.
Oh, there
I
you
would
go.
like to go in there.
Yeah, they
Give
have some
that to
really
your
fun
mom or
things. and
something.
They even had like little old school desks that you could maybe refinish. And
I love that
make
place
look all
just to
cute.
go look around in there.
Yeah, so
It's
and they
really
have some
fun.
really fun stuff. So they have new stuff too. So this is actually like a reproduction, just a sign like this.
Cute.
And if you're into vinyl, they have a ton of vinyl records.
That's coming back around. People are collecting that and having the stereos again.
So they have comic books and and they do used and new books. So she was telling me that one of their big sellers there is actually, so this is a copy, just a recreation of the 1830 edition of the Book of Mormon. So this is like the original version, not how we have it all broken up into chapters and verses. And so this is a kind of a cool thing that they
Does
have
that
there.
have a price on that?
Nope.
That's
Sorry.
She needs that.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
kind of a neat thing there.
Yeah.
And they had just a bunch of fun little things.
And you said
have
this
these-
is Confetti Antiques on Main
Right
Street.
on Main Street. Yep, they're on the west side. So like these comic books,
Oh,
like old comic
Hopefully Bo's not watching this, but I just bought him. My 16-year-old is so into the Spider-Man stuff, and so I did that for him for Christmas.
Yeah.
Had I known, I may go down and get some
And
more.
my son's into Star Wars. Did you see any Star Wars stuff?
I did see some mints that said Star Wars on it. So there you
Take
go.
what I can get.
Yeah. So just some fun different things like that. And then let's see, my sister's closet. So they sent over a bunch of little fun things.
I
so
think
these
those are
car
so
scents.
cute.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can hang them in your car.
your
And this
car.
one smells like peppermint. So yeah.
Decorative for your car.
Yeah,
Christmas
festive.
decor.
Absolutely.
So they have these cute, like warm sock slippers.
Cute, like,
like
look
a
like little
moccasin.
moccasins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a
like that.
grippy sole.
Well, and I love these. I actually gave those to my friends last year, and I love the cozy socks. It's just so much fun in the cold weather. Come home, get in your cozies, and these.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
bonus for me, I'm one of her friends.
Yeah.
So
Get one.
I
Now
got
this
her.
year.
Now I can gift you
Yes,
some. Like, yeah, we were just talking, like, you
Yes.
come home and put your sweats on and your sweatshirt and your cozy socks. And when it's snowing and cold out, and we were talking about creaky bones earlier.
I know.
This may help you,
Oh, I love
Aqua.
it.
I
One
think she
size
needs
fits all.
There you go.
It's for everyone.
There you
Size
go.
Yeah, so and of course they have really cute stuff. This is a little, I thought this was kind of neat. It's a little hand sanitizer, but it's flat, so it fits in your bag better.
I feel like a man, like in their pocket. Yeah.
Wallet thing, yeah.
Okay, and then just, of course, really cute clothes. So they,
Oh, my
really
sister's
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
I love
They
that
have darling
sleeve.
stuff.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm kind of a regular
material.
there. I should
Are
be like
you?
a walking billboard. I love that store. Yeah.
One of the nice things about my sister's closet too is if you can't make it down there, you can actually, they have quite a bit of inventory online, so you
Yeah.
can buy it from their store online.
And then they can
So-
just hold it for you, and then you can stop down in and grab it. Yeah,
Yeah.
too. Which is
So
fun.
they have a lot of fun stuff. It's one of my favorite places.
We love
so.
having them
Yeah.
sponsor us, and
Yeah.
it's fun to go in there and shop. And
Yeah.
so I'm sure you would have loved to have everyone in the chamber
Oh yeah.
show something. What are some stores do you think that maybe you didn't get to that you think we?
I think that there are some good ideas if you are really struggling to find an idea that you can get gift cards from. So,
Okay.
like even movie tickets, you can go up to Cinemark and get a gift card for movie tickets and popcorn, all of that.
idea, yeah.
So,
And they are members of the Chamber of Commerce.
they are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, there's also a spa in town, Summit Spa and Float.
That's
is
right.
that?
Stacey, you've been there.
Yes, I have. We
That's
had them
right.
here.
Yes, we did.
They're on 8th North.
Yeah, they're not. They're just kind
Okay.
of by the post office.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, so they do some fun things. So they have a float. So you can just go and kind of sit in there and relax. And
Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have. Like a little capsule.
Yep,
Yeah.
Yes, I'm kind of interested in it, but scared of it all at the same time.
Yeah. But they do traditional massage type things too, and
But that's neat. Yeah.
So there's some fun
They
things.
offer some classes, so they're fun.
And you can always do gift cards to places to eat. I know like Chick-fil-A, Olive Garden is a good one that you can get. And there's a ton of different places that you can go around town.
I try and do that for my teenagers and my youngs to do just a bunch of food, like gift cards, because
used to do
they're
that too.
during lunchtime they run out of money halfway during the week, and it's fun to pull.
Well, I
one of
used to
those
do it
out.
for my grandma because she didn't ever need anything, but she loved to go eat out.
My grandpa too. Chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
My grandma was a fan of KFC, so I would go give her gift cards to KFC. But just a ton of different places that you can do gift cards for. So
We've really got a great variety here in
And I
Spanish
want to
Fork
give
right now.
a plug for the Festival of Lights. Right. Because that, you can get gift cards, I think, at the city offices. It's $8 a car. And if you're not giving a gift, but quality time. That's great to give someone the gift maybe at the first of the month, middle of the month, so people can take their families and loved ones. And
if you have close neighbors or good friends that you want to give a gift to, that would be a great thing. Or grandmas,
Right.
So just good thing to kind of get together. So lots of fun different things.
yeah.
So I know there are lots of different clothing places around town that are little boutiques. I know Big Brats, they have some really cute stuff in there too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And for the men, go buy him some tires, Big O.
That's right.
Rockies?
Big O actually does the gift certificates as well. So
See? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Are
If
any?
you one of your grown kids maybe that
Yes,
needs some
that
tires
needs some
or
tires.
What about some of the new barbershops?
Yeah, I was
Any of
gonna
them?
say,
that are
Oh, yeah,
registered?
the Aztec and there's a few of them.
So the Fellas Chop Shop.
Yes, that looks so cool.
Yeah, so I don't have any boys, but Julie that I work with, she takes her son there, and apparently they do full on like a wrap your face in a hot towel and that straight razor shave.
So that would be fun to give the men in your life a gift card to their
Yeah,
to get pampered.
Yeah,
Definitely. Maybe some of our cameramen.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
yeah. So there's a ton of different places that you can go and just find that are local, and you can
Shop
support.
local.
Yes, support your local businesses because
So it keeps it here and keeps
Yeah,
it thriving.
right.
Yep. We
We
need it.
don't need to be online purchasing all the time.
Nope.
Shop local.
Yep.
Thanks, Heather.
Yep. Thanks for having
Awesome.
me.
I'm glad you came. There's more studio chatter on the way. Welcome back. We made it.
Yay, we did it. What
Oh
a
my
great
goodness.
show.
Yes.
Right?
Wow, look at this. Yes, that was a good
Favorite
show.
things.
Favorite things. Oh my
What'd you learn?
goodness.
Handel Messiah. Like they are in my neighborhood, but I had no idea that they were doing such amazing
Yes,
things, and I'm really excited to go see
so
that.
am I. I
Yeah.
love Handel.
That and the white gloves.
Yes.
White gloves.
Real deals.
And another book.
Oh, and another book, Christmas Legacy. Sounds good. I'm excited to read it because it's also very short.
Let's report back. I mean,
Yeah.
that looks like
That
a
looks
sit-down
like-
one
yes.
night read, so
Yeah.
we can report
Absolutely.
back next time.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
That's awesome.
A good message.
And we've got gobs of places to shop in our
Yes.
local community.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Yeah, there was lots of fun.
Yeah.
And
then
our
this.
producer Pete came through again
Love
with
that.
holiday food, which Natasha's going to be ticked.
But I'm sure glad
we took
I'm here.
photos, didn't we? Just for you, Natasha. Yes.
Okay, do you guys like ginger ale?
I do. I love
I don't
ginger
know if I
ale.
do, so I'm gonna try
I want to try
Not
like
too
a mixture
sweet.
of ginger ale and
maybe
then
I should
cherry
do that.
Yeah.
Cherry
I think I
7
might
Up.
try some lemon.
These remind
lime.
me of
love
when I was a
this.
girl. My dad loved the pirouettes and stuff, but I think
We
I
go,
like them all.
too.
And we go up to Pepperidge Farms up in Cache Valley, Richmond. I think Richmond, that's right. And they have like a discount place.
So good.
So you can buy all that?
So you can buy this stuff in bulk.
Okay, I'm taking two.
Like a really
so
good
I must
price.
be hungry.
When you
Love it.
guys
Do you
go
wanna try
buy, like when you go shopping, do you pick up holiday flavor things?
Where? There?
Like at the grocery store, do you pick this stuff up?
I try not to,
Yeah,
but
I
I do.
try not to because I eat it all. So, but yeah.
If I start too early in the season, then we
Right.
are eating
Like at
candy.
Costco, I've already loaded up on their Ghirardelli, their
know.
Lindor mints, their truffles,
I just feel like this is
everything.
the time of year where you just say, diet out the window and just enjoy.
Oh yeah. Well, this
Right.
is actually better than I expected.
This is yummy. Oh, I love this. And I love ginger ale.
Okay, so
All right,
Natasha, you wanted the Nutty Buddy wafer
yeah,
bars with
see.
peanut butter.
Yes.
I,
She
of
likes
course,
those? I have never
She
heard
does.
of those.
I think we
want
should
the
try them.
Oreos.
I'm gonna try one just for Natasha. So I mean, don't you think
These are yum.
are they yum?
Okay, so these winter Oreos,
Yes.
Do they have a flavor?
red cream, but same great taste.
Really?
You may think that I just made that up, but it says it right here.
You weren't making that up.
No.
Are those the white chocolate Reese's?
Oh my gosh, I've never seen these.
Oh, I love wafers.
Wow. So peanut butter
wafers anyway.
trees.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you had
really?
these?
No. Wow.
Gosh, I mean,
Wow.
So I
This
love
is very
like
peanutty.
if I like buy a sweater or something for someone, throw some candy
yeah.
in it, some truffles or a little candy bar.
Great idea.
Because I love food. I mean,
Everyone loves
Natasha
food.
doesn't have the hold on food, right?
No.
Does she think she does?
Sometimes.
Yeah, she just talks about food. Maybe it's the
Yeah.
seat.
Maybe it is. It's a know-it-all seat.
She just loves food.
This is great. This has been a
Are those
great
good?
show, don't you think?
Yeah,
Do you like the other kind better? Do I need to take a sample?
I think I just like chocolate so much.
The white chocolate isn't cutting it.
No.
All right, so before we finish, right, today, what's been your favorite part, really?
The white gloves.
The white gloves,
kidding.
the shopping, the Christmas feeling. And what about our book? We must give a plug to our book club.
Official book club book.
Yes, I forgot to bring it, but if you have time, dear audience, Educated by Tara Westover. You finished it. It's amazing. Seriously.
I want my kids to read it.
Yeah.
You
My
gave it
neighbors.
5 stars. You were just telling me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So far, I'm halfway.
Okay.
Well, not even
Yeah.
halfway, but
I bet it would be a really good one on audio. Oh, you are listening to
I
it.
am listening to
read
audio.
it.
Yes, I'm listening. CD. I picked it up at the library.
Okay.
So it's you can be doing whatever you're doing in the kitchen, but you're glued. I can't believe that's how gripping it
Really?
is. You know, usually sometimes you
guys,
get
I need
Like
to
when
read
you're like
this.
seriously?
Oh, there's 2
yeah.
books.
You're driving home from work or whatever.
And
you're
so
like,
excited to get there.
I can skip dishes tonight and crawl in bed
That's
and read
right.
Educated.
Right, and I'm
Oh, I love
cleaning
books
really
like that.
vigorously because I can listen at the same time. But you're so
It would
engaged.
be a great gift for Christmas.
yeah.
Would
Like if you
Absolutely.
tell
Tell all
a
audi-
reader,
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
all
love,
audiences.
and I love the fact it's a true story.
it is a true story.
Oh my gosh.
And I think teenagers would really appreciate it because half the book is her life as a teenager
Ew. Yeah,
Yes.
they would.
and the dysfunction that she deals with in her
Right.
home. So I think,
And then coming out of it.
so I think a teenager is going to really look at it and maybe even recognize people in their life that could be dealing with that
With
type
stuff
of.
like that.
And you know what? At the end of it, what I'm getting out of it, education. You know how much we put into it. Look at them, right? How little of education they got, and yet
They turned out.
So
Yes.
7 kids,
Yes.
and they were homeschooled, which meant nothing. They didn't do anything.
right.
So 3 of them got their doctorate degree.
That's
Oh
right.
my goodness.
Yeah.
And then the other 4 didn't even graduate ever with their GED. So different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay,
It's all
ladies,
about
it was good.
passion.
Angie, thank you.
You're
for
welcome.
welcome.
Anytime, once again. Love you
Oh,
guys.
that was
Okay,
great.
thank you.
Yes.